If you told me in the summer of 2024 that Florian Wirtz would be a Liverpool player 1 year from then, I wouldn't believe you. On June 20th, 2025, however, Liverpool broke the British transfer record as they spent €116 million for the statement signing that was Florian Wirtz. Signing arguably a top 10 player in the world right now, Liverpool are manifesting their ambition to not only retain the Premier League title, but to also win the Champions League. Quality personified, Florian Wirtz is almost a guarantee to dominate the English top division and amaze Premier League fans across the world with his tactical brilliance and elegance on the ball. But there seems to be one question that people are still unsure about. To get the best out of the whole squad and Florian Wirtz himself, how should Arne Slot utilize Wirtz in this Liverpool system? When Wirtz played under Xabi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen, he was used as a left-sided, roaming inside 10 in a 3-4-2-1 formation. He was very effective in this system for a number of reasons. Firstly, he was more or less given complete positional freedom. With his elite tactical intelligence and understanding of spaces on the pitch, he was allowed to come pick the ball up from his defenders in their own half, serving as an outlet, and progress the ball from there to the attacking players. These positions are typically dangerous because of the opposition's high press, but with Wirtz, that's not an issue. With the ball seemingly always glued to his feet and his low center of gravity, he would always turn and dribble away smoothly or combine play with teammates like Xhaka and Grimaldo to move the ball towards the final third. Secondly, Leverkusen's structure and possession-based play style really complemented Wirtz's game. Although Wirtz does press very well, having two defensive anchors behind him in midfield allowed him the freedom to roam without having to overcommit on the defensive side of the ball. Moreover, Leverkusen's two attacking wingbacks, Grimaldo and Frimpong, would constantly overlap, which stretched the field and also gave Wirtz more attacking options. Their weekly dominance in possession was perfect for Wirtz, as he would not only willingly invite pressure, neatly escaping and creating open space, but also dictate the game's tempo. In this possession style of play, they were never in any rush to force the ball forward, as Wirtz would be a conductor, playing at his own rhythm until an opening was available. If Leverkusen played more direct or in transition, Wirtz would get less touches, minimizing his influence. But with a possession-heavy style, every play runs through him and he can dominate the game. Lastly, and most importantly, Wirtz was most effective when he operated in the half space. He would commonly play in this area between the opposition's defense and midfield. At Leverkusen, he did start on the left, but would always drift towards the middle, where his class is most clearly shown. Wirtz is so dangerous in this space because the defenders not only know how class his first touch and dribbling ability is, but also how equally elite his vision and playmaking can be. This means that when Wirtz is in these pockets of space, the defenders don't know if they should step up towards him or hold their line. That slight moment of indecisiveness gives Wirtz ample time to make the best decision of whether to drive at the defenders himself or slip the ball into the strikers and wingbacks. Even if Wirtz does not have the ball in these forward areas, defenders are so fearful of what he can do once he receives the ball that they will double up on him purely for being in that half space. Wirtz knows this, and on multiple occasions drifts towards the outside, bringing the defenders with him, which gives his teammates open space in front of the goal to create and score chances. This is the blueprint of how Liverpool should use Wirtz in their system. However, in the games against Crystal Palace and Bournemouth to start the season, Arne Slot hasn't been doing so. The biggest issue so far with Liverpool to start the season is that they are not controlling games with possession, like they did in their Premier League winning season last year. Some blame this on the absence of Ryan Gravenberch, but having one player unavailable is no excuse to completely abandon your style of football. In both games, there was too much direct football and transition play, which gave Wirtz essentially no opportunity to get on the ball. They never once looked like they had any control or possession over the game against clearly weaker opposition. With this constant back-and-forth English style of play of just booting the ball to the front line, Wirtz didn't get a chance to do what he does best, which is control the tempo of the game and operate in the half space. Liverpool need to return to their dominant possession style of football to not only give them stability in the midfield and defense, but to actually allow Wirtz to receive the ball and make plays in between the lines. Besides altering their style of play, Slot also has to change how he's been using Wirtz positionally. Before the season even started, there has been too much talk of using Wirtz as a false nine, but that is a terrible choice. Wirtz would not thrive with his back to goal, and he also lacks the physicality to hold up play against Premier League defenders. Moreover, this position doesn't give him the freedom he needs to operate the half space or pick up the ball from his own half, as he would be constantly compressed and trapped. How Wirtz needs to be played is as a floater, and this can be done in two ways. The first way is something we saw in the first half against Crystal Palace, where Wirtz would be played as a central 10 on paper, but frequently change positions with the striker, Hugo Ekitike. This leads to having Salah and Gakpo high up on both wings, with Ekitike dropping deeper alongside Wirtz playing as two 10s just behind the wingers. This structure gave Wirtz the freedom to not only receive the ball in the half space, driving the ball forward and creating chances, like he did with his assist for the first goal, but to also receive the ball from deeper areas. Wirtz was by far the most impactful player in the first half of that game for anybody who watched because of this positional freedom he had as a floater. When he is in these positions, he can obviously receive the ball between the lines, creating chances for himself, but the defenders also naturally gravitate towards him, which leaves endless space for the rest of the team. He was able to comfortably combine play while controlling the flow and tempo of the game until Ekitike was subbed off and Wirtz was put as a false nine. The bottom line is, at his very best, Florian Wirtz is a Ballon d'Or level player, and he has shown that on multiple occasions. That is why even with so much talent in the Liverpool squad, Arne Slot should structure his lineup and style of play around Wirtz. He should be the heartbeat of this team. The conductor behind every play Liverpool make in a possession-style system, as that will not only have Florian Wirtz playing at his absolute peak, but it will also bring the best out of all those around him. If you enjoy this type of football content, please like and subscribe.